What is up YouTube, and welcome to this Arrow Season 6 video. So, villains are some of the best things in Arrow in my opinion. One of the most iconic and best villains returned in the Arrow Season 5 finale, and that was Deathstroke. And Manu Bennett is, well, he pretty much is one of the best things about that character. Obviously, the character is amazing, but Manu Bennett's acting throughout the show has been superb. And Arrow Season 5 was no short of fantastic villains. Of course, we had Prometheus. Obviously, Josh Segarra was just stunning in that role. We also had the Vigilante, who is he or she a villain, or is he or she a kind of hero? We don't actually know until we reveal just who that person actually is, which we will not find out until Arrow Season 6 airs, and I'm imagining we won't find it for quite some time. But villains do make the show. Obviously, the focus of the whole season is the big bad, which is obviously, we have Savitar, obviously, in The Flash Season 3, and possibly Clifford DeVoe, the Thinker, as well. So, Arrow Season 6 really does need to have an amazing villain who could be the big bad of that season. Now, interestingly, we actually have a brand new rebirth of Arrow. This is all about family and everything like that. So the theme for Arrow Season 6 is family, as announced at Heroes and Villains FanFest, which I have a video of that whole panel on my channel as well. So the question is, who will actually be the villain for Arrow Season 6? Now, I'm actually going to list a few people who I think would make great villains and would be really cool to have in the Arrow TV show. And one of them is Cheshire. Now, Cheshire is a very interesting character. She was the daughter of a Vietnamese woman and wandered Asia learning the ways of the martial arts from Wang Chen, who is a former Black Hawk member, the World War II pilot as well. So that is really cool and is similar to Arrow as well, with the whole League of Assassins and all that kind of wandering, that kind of ethos as well. So she is an assassin, and interestingly, she has had history with someone else in Arrow, and that person is Roy Harper, obviously Arsenal there, and she was a huge villain of the Teen Titans, or the Titans, as she really kind of was tricked by Roy Harper. He was sent by the government to kind of convert her. Obviously that didn't work. They fell in love, had a kid, and all that business happened. And that story is similar as well in New 52. So in New 52 they had a similar where they were kind of drawn together, which would be really cool having that kind of character on this show. Question is, will she be there? I mean, we have the person on The Flash when they revealed Earth 19, where our friend, the Accelerated Man, was looking for someone. Could that have been Cheshire? Could it have been both Earth versions? I don't know. But interestingly, Roy Harper has been gone for quite some time. Now, obviously, it would be weird. Imagine if they brought him back, and they brought him back to work with her, or brought him back because he was the one who knows about her. And obviously, with Thea, there'd be drama because he's bonking this assassin. So that'd be really cool. So let's take a look at a few other villains as well. So someone else we could actually have in the role of the big bad for Arrow Season 6 is Richard Dragon, who we thought would actually be the villain for Arrow Season 5. So originally, we had the original version of Richard Dragon, where he was a thief, a criminal, and then he moved on to be trained by the League of Assassins, which is really interesting, and is quite similar to the story of Prometheus. So they kind of took some story elements of the Prometheus storyline and kind of blended them together. But in the New 52 version of this, we had Richard Dragon, who was Ricardo Diaz Jr., who took the name of his father on, and his father was a crime lord kingpin, who was actually killed by John Diggle when he was posing as the Green Arrow. And then what happened was he went to go and train, he learned all the powers. He didn't actually have any powers. He was just really fucking good at fighting. He could kick your ass left, right, and center. But what happened is he then put a bounty on the Green Arrow and wanted to restore the crime empire of his father. He even killed his sensei, which proves to see how much of a massive dickwad he actually is. So I think that'd really work. I think that'd be kind of an interesting storyline for the next season if they kind of stick to the New 52 version as well. And it could be where Oliver actually kills someone and then they move on and that happens. However, they're kind of moving on from this kind of looking to the past of the Arrow's career. So I'm not too sure how it could actually work, but I think giving him a new origin would be interesting. Now, the final person here is Onomatopoeia. Now, this is a character created by Kevin Smith, who actually wrote this character in the comic books in the early 2000s. And personally, I am a huge fan of Kevin Smith. I'm a big fan, not so much of his film Yoga Hosers and the one before that. However, I do still like him, and he has had some of the best episodes which he directed of the CW. So he directed Supergirl and The Flash. He's not done Arrow yet, but he stated that he would love to bring his creation Onomatopoeia back or into Arrow, which would be really freaking sweet if this was a character who could be a villain. Not sure if it could be a whole season villain, but it would be good. So Onomatopoeia is actually able to imitate sound effects around him and has a taste for killing superpowered or non-superpowered heroes such as Batman and Arrow. So that would make a lot of sense. So what do you think? Who do you think could be the big bad or a villain of Arrow Season 6? I want to know your thoughts. Please do drop a like. Please do subscribe. And I'll see you soon. Goodbye.